Welcome back to Cooking with Lauralee. I am Lauralee. I'm so glad that you can join us today on this wonderful monthly collaboration as we visit Peru. I have a confession. I had such a hard time deciding on a dish to make for this Peruvian collaboration. It's only because the Peruvian culture is so infused with the indigenous Peruvian culture, Spanish colonization, and the arrivals of the enslaved Africans, Japanese, and Chinese immigrants. It's like I couldn't pick. It's just all so wonderful, delicious, and good to eat. So what I decided to do was to stay true to the ingredients that I was going to use, but make something that my family enjoys eating. And therefore I came up with some pork ribs, some ají mashed potatoes, and some corn. So in this journey of making this collaboration video, I was so fortunate to know and find that I do have a Peruvian store in my near location where I live. Actually, there were several of them, but the one that you just saw is the one I went to. So you would see that some of the ingredients that I got was from this particular store. I will put the information in the description. Now, I usually don't brine my meat, but I felt that this was appropriate, and if I do brine my meat, I usually do it with pork. I feel that it just tenderizes it a little bit more. I used to do my turkeys like that, but I just don't like the texture when it comes to the chicken or turkey. But again, I think it works wonders when I am doing some pork ribs. And this one was kind of fatty, so I felt really good about having it sit there in the vinegar and just kind of cleaning everything out. Usually when I do get some ribs, they're not this fatty, so I just took my time and trimmed all the fat that I needed and didn't want. Now, if I was gonna smoke this, I probably would have left a little bit of that fat in there, but because I was gonna bake it, I was just trying to be healthy as possible by just removing all of that fat. I let the pork sit in the refrigerator about a little over 2 hours, but overnight is always the best. And I also cooked these ribs at 350 for about 2 hours, and the actual ribs were a little thinner, so I ended up cooking it for only like about an hour and 40 minutes. And as you can see here, always wash everything that you use when you're cooking, and I had rinsed these ribs off before putting it in the bag. Now, once again, I wanted to do my own rub for these ribs, and I just came up with this particular rub based on the information that I found that is used in Peruvian cuisine. So if you're looking at this and you're Peruvian and you're saying, oh, this is something we will do, you're right. This is something I came up with that I was inspired by and did for me and my family. Also know that I usually don't cut my ribs like this. I usually don't slice them in between the ribs, but I wanted to make sure that all of this flavor got between in each and every part of the meat. And the other thing too is that once it had cooled down a little bit, it was actually easier to cut through. But again, I've never done it like that before. Now, I promised I was not trying to overdo this collaboration. I really wanted to have the full experience of a Peruvian cuisine. What is any Peruvian dish without chicha morada? Once again, I didn't follow any particular recipe. I just looked up what are the ingredients in this drink, and this is what I came up with. Just tasted it. I'm gonna have to add sugar, but at the end of the day, if I mess up, I have this as my backup. Got this from the Peruvian store. I cannot tell you how refreshing this drink was. Not only was it delicious and refreshing, it's also full of many antioxidants, so it's pretty healthy. Of course it has some sugar, but you'll use whatever you see fit. And I was thinking, if you are trying to substitute your wine, this is a great substitution. Also know that this corn is not edible. I was thinking, oh, I don't want to be wasteful, but when you see I opened it, it was kind of chalky and flavorless. If anyone out there uses this corn in a different way, please comment below. Now, I had to add potatoes into this recipe just because Peru has over 4,000 different potatoes. I wanted to do mashed potatoes because I know that's something my family would eat. And again, I just stayed true to the ingredients that were known as Peruvian and just came up with this recipe. Peruvian cuisine, there's a lot of carbs, so I did mashed potatoes, and then you'll see later on I did crispy bite-sized potatoes. Now, I'm not sure if buttermilk is usually used in Peruvian cooking, but I usually do because it does add a creamier texture to it without using heavy cream. And I always put a little mayo, and it's also used in Peruvian cooking as well. As many Peruvian dishes, I wanted to have different textures and crunches and smoothness and just delicious flavor, and these crispy bite-sized potatoes did the job. We have been waiting for. I could have created these myself, however, not ever having it, I wanted to try it first, but I'm going to taste this. This is yellow hot pepper. Try a little bit. That is spicy but good. Oh, that's gonna be good. Okay, I'm gonna try the yucatan. I'm not sure about this one, but let's see how that goes. That's really good too. Very different. It's not what I expected. Delicious. All right. And for the last one. That smells really yummy. Let's see how this is. Oh, that's so yummy. There's a nice tang in there. Maybe vinegary, tangy taste. Oh, that's yummy. I was scared to try this one, but this is actually very delicious. It's very good. Kind of tickles the back of your throat. Slightly salty, but it's very fine and melts in your mouth. I was inspired to make my own ají sauce, so this is my ají amarillo with some chili, and I turned it into a BBQ sauce. It was very delicious. I was pretty impressed. I'm proud of myself. So I hope you guys try it. I hope you like it. Also not a part of the Peruvian, but I really want to make like a little barbecue sauce, so I'm gonna just
honey, so this is just to balance the acidity. Not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, yummy.
Now, I originally planned to just do some ribs and some of this corn for this collaboration, but again, once going through and finding out that this corn is usually used as a snack and it wasn't quite as a meal, I decided to just add it as a topping. So sorry, Sandee, you are awesome and wonderful, you and Mom's Kitchen, and coordinating all of this stuff, but I end up adding just more ingredients to my collaboration. So I hope again that you all enjoy. Salsa Criola is very popular in Peru, and I've also read that parsley is used as well. So I wanted to do like a parsley version, and then I did my own version with the cilantro and the red onions as the recipe usually calls. Again, didn't follow any recipes, just came up with this. But again, I wanted to try both versions with the meal that I was going to have. While plating this dish, I was thinking to myself, wow, it would be amazing if all YouTubers in this collaboration or in past collaboration would just get together and have a potluck, and if not, get together one day and travel to one of the places that we cooked our dishes here on YouTube before. That would be so amazing to travel together and taste all the foods together. That would be pretty awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of this collaboration. I learned so much and tried new ingredients that are delicious. Thank you, Peru, for your delicious peppers that are nice and spicy but does not melt your face off. And also know that I pray for Peru, as I know that they had a natural disaster not too long ago in Ecuador, but they also felt the impact of that natural disaster. But I thank you for your rich culture. I thank everyone in this collaboration, and I hope you all enjoy my recipes and my inspiration for Peru. This collaboration was so much fun, but also very challenging because the choices of the food was just endless. So again, I hope you all enjoy. Make sure you check everyone out, and please make sure to subscribe and share this video. Please be sure to check all 13 other channels. Everyone has a delicious recipe that goes from simple to complex, but none of them will be lacking in flavor. So please come join us and see all the different personalities and cooking skills.